Well, thank you for coming. It's really my pleasure to welcome everybody here, and especially my wonderful friends from Golden Apple, who I have worked on, and this is a labor of a lot of hard work and love coming together. Especially, we've been talking about not just teachers, which is wonderful. We all remember our teachers, including my favorite teacher who's right here, but also the glue that keeps our schools together, which is everybody from the school secretary to the principal, and to me, particularly having 3 children in the Rockford Public Schools, understanding as they become teenagers and having to visit the principals more often, the real need that we have for having a group of a good solid bench, which is the foundation, I believe, of any good administration, is the administrators. Especially, you cannot have a superstar team without a solid bench, which is the assistant principals. We have a lot of new faces. We have a lot of young, promising talent in our assistant principals. So many, and in such short a time, that we have to bring along with all the other progress that all our schools, not just the Rockford schools, are making over here, that I believe it was really important to not just celebrate the superstars. It's like, I feel like these are rock stars who are our principals. Many of them are good mentors, but also to send the younger upcoming administrators who are assistant principals, to recognize them, to honor them, and to make them participate in a program none other than the Harvard's University School of Education. Work with them to really organize and give these young people, the assistant principals, the one that's picked, an opportunity to actually go and represent their district, represent all the other peers, that they can come back and teach what is really being taught at with the best of the best at Harvard as part of a program. This is, I think, an incredible opportunity for our upcoming administrators to not just go educate themselves, not only have that value for themselves, but to come back and represent, help them with their peers. This will be the best faculty. I know Christina has worked very hard with the school. I happen to be an alum of Harvard. Took me 10 years, but I finally got through. And I think it is one of the finest institutions, and I think a week-long program in the summer for picking one of our assistant principals as the assistant principal of the year would be a wonderful opportunity for the one who is nominated and wins, but truly would be an incredible value to the district when they come back and teach their peers the program that they have learned. So First Rockford Group and our family is happy to sponsor this again. We sponsor the Principal of the Year Award, and this will be called the Assistant Principal of the Year Award. I don't know what it is. Nina and Christina will come up with the wonderful name for this award, but it'll be an annual award that we will help fund along with the participating district that the administrator comes from. I just think it's not the money, it is just recognizing our upcoming talent and sending them amongst the best in the nation would be something that will pay us dividends for years to come, not just with that person, but everything that they bring back to their districts. So, thrilled to be here, and I guess I'm also thankful that we have a superintendent, Mr. Harslag, from our neighboring district, whose visa they did stamp at I-90 when he came across. So they did let him back over here, which is, again, another district with as many challenges that we have over here, with a demographic that is changing dramatically, with economic situations that have been quite challenging. Being a developer, I mean, a few years ago they wanted us all gone. Now they can hardly wait for us to come back and help their tax base. So, these are just the times that we live with. But again, my personal belief, and everybody from First Rockford Group, our belief is the foundation of any community is our young people, our children. If we can focus on them today, I have no doubt in my mind in 10 and 15 years' time, we will have the workforce that we need and deserve. And I mean, the kids are born innocent. I mean, they are absolutely equal no matter where they are born. It's the education which is taking the rough and shining that diamond is what we can do. And I think that's something I have felt strongly for many years to invest in and will continue to invest. So here I am to now introduce Christina, who will then introduce Dr. Jarrett, as well as I'm happy to have Marvin Keys, who also has 2 kids in the Rockford school system. And he will be also talking and representing us on this endeavor. Christina?
Thank you, Sunil. Golden Apple Foundation is thrilled to partner with First Rockford Group and area districts to strengthen our region's schools by investing in excellence. Each year, one assistant principal from our region will be selected to receive a professional development experience like no other in this area. Once chosen, the assistant principal will be sent to Harvard University's School of Education to participate in New and Aspiring School Leaders, where the participant will gain the tools, frameworks, and leadership techniques to build and sustain effective learning environments and improve instructional excellence. Each year, one of our area's assistant principals will work closely with Harvard faculty and seasoned practitioners to define core values and understand how these values can help that individual promote educational excellence. But the program doesn't end there. Upon completion of the experience at Harvard, the assistant principal will present a workshop to other of our region's school administrators, sharing that wealth of information to benefit many schools year after year. To qualify, applicants must have a minimum of 2 but less than 5 years experience as an assistant principal and currently employed in Belvedere District 100, Harlem District 122, North Boone District 200, Rockford Public School District 205, or Hononegah District 207. Applicants must articulate the aspiration to become a principal within the next 2 years. To apply, an assistant principal must complete an application made available to the participating districts, as well as on our website, goldenappleofrockford.com. He or she must submit the application along with a letter of recommendation from his or her building principal to the Golden Apple Foundation office no later than Thursday, January 16th, 2014. A committee comprised of community volunteers will review applications and make a decision in February. Harvard University School of Education will assist the committee in the application review. The selected assistant principal will be recognized at the Excellence in Education banquet on May 2nd, 2014. The expenses covered by this program are tuition for the New and Aspiring School Leaders program at Harvard, round-trip airfare, and a 4-night hotel stay. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Michael Hauslog from Belvedere District 100, followed by Dr. Aaron Jarrett from District 205, to share with you the value the program provides to our area schools. Dr. Hauslog.
I can move this microphone up, I know, because I know the next person is going to move it up higher than I do. Thank you, everybody. It's such an honor to be here. To be invited is quite an incredible honor. My first thought when Christina asked me to say a few things, I reflected on 2007 when I was hired by the Belvedere School District as superintendent. At that time in our district, the average age of a principal was 54 years of age. Here we are, 7 short years since that time. The average age of a principal in Belvedere is 41. About one of the principals who was a principal in 2007 has retired. Of those principals that we have in our district, 5 of them were assistant principals at the time of my hire. That says a lot. We have highly skilled educators in our district. We have people who have paid a price. They've done the duties that we tease and laugh about assistant principals, the tough duties they do. But they also learned, and they've been instructional leaders, and they have a new skill set for this 21st century that we live in. One of my favorite things is when for people my age, I'm fairly tech savvy, I'm told. But when I really need to know something about technology, I go to those young principals. Nobody knows it better than they do. They're just awesome. I am excited when Christina came to me and said, "What do you think about this project?" I couldn't help, but I was very, very excited. I'm very flattered that we were asked to participate. I'm just going to go back 11 years with a little Golden Apple story. I came to my first Golden Apple event at a time when Belvedere and Boone County wasn't part of the Golden Apple. And Dr. Schloman, who was superintendent at Belvedere at the time and still remains a very good friend of mine, and I was superintendent at North Boone, we said, we got to get on board with these guys. What's it going to take, We wanted to be part of it. We wanted to be at the table because we wanted to brag up our people. And we think we have great people, and we're very pleased to be at the table with you folks. And Sunil, your generosity is always heartfelt in this region, and we thank you for that. And I thank everybody for being here. And as I do that, I introduce my good friend and colleague, Dr. Aaron Jarrett.
It's an absolute privilege to be here. As a former assistant principal, I can remember vividly 2004, 2005, my first assistant principal job at East High School. And the lessons learned as an assistant principal were very formative in shaping my leadership style. The ability to multitask and balance a very significant discipline caseload along with the idea to get better and try to improve as an instructional leader was a very daunting challenge. Because as an assistant principal, when you have a significant discipline issue that comes up, all of your development as an instructional leader goes on the back burner. So that's why the Puri family's donation here, I think, is so appropriate, because this is a focus on developing leaders who often have to put their own professional development on the back burner in order to meet the needs of students. So I applaud this effort to recognize our real unsung heroes, our assistant principals, and to inspire them to get the best possible training in the world to improve their craft. Because so often, again, that's something that's pushed aside. So we are very supportive and appreciative to be part of this, of the possibility of this for our assistant principals, and appreciative of this opportunity. It's going to be wonderful for building the culture of our entire community. Just to provide some perspective, we have 47 schools and 52 assistant principals. So with 47 principal openings to fill and 52 people to develop to fill those shoes, I can tell you the way to excellence in our community is not from trying to hire our way from the outside. We have to grow our own. We have to develop our talent. And what a remarkable step forward this is to recognize those unsung heroes and to provide them world-class training opportunities. So I am so appreciative for this opportunity today and to have the chance to thank the Golden Apple and the Puri family. And now I would like to turn it over to a representative from First Rockford Group to share some more about the program. Thank you.
I'll move that down just a little bit. My name is Marvin Keys, and I am General Counsel with First Rockford Group. And First Rockford Group is very proud to have this opportunity to partner with the Golden Apple Foundation on this new initiative. For us, and for me personally, improving education in the Rockford area is not just an idea, it's an active pursuit of ours. And when I was asked to serve on the committee that will ultimately make these selections, I didn't hesitate to volunteer. For more than 10 years, our company has been investing in Golden Apple Foundation projects in an effort to both recognize the achievements of our community's teachers and also to support their continuing development. Our team at First Rockford Group has a vested interest in these programs because many of our staff were raised right here in this community, and our children go to these schools. We see a great future for our community, but we recognize that future and its future success is grounded in the education that our children receive. That education requires great leadership from the administrators at our schools, and this is why we have chosen to invest our resources in this fantastic opportunity for those assistant principals who desire and aspire to be the future leaders of our schools. Again, on behalf of the Golden Apple Foundation and First Rockford Group, I thank you guys for coming out this afternoon, and we're happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thank you very much.